next one is State of the Arctic Marine Biodiversity Report, SAM-BR. So the Circumpolar Biodiversity Monitoring Program of Arctic Council's Conservation of Arctic Flora and Fauna Working Group prepares the State of the Arctic Marine Biodiversity Report. So biodiversity across 6 focal ecosystem components are used. They are sea ice biota, plankton, benthos, marine fishes, seabirds and marine mammals. These are compiled by 6 marine expert network to provide the framework to implement the CBMP marine plan and generate the information required for SAM-BR report. So what are the effect of warming on the Arctic marine environment? Because Arctic amplification is the main factor. Some Arctic species are shifting their range northwards to seek more favorable conditions as the Arctic warms. The northward movement is easier for more mobile open water species such as polar cod compared to those linked to shelf regions. The competition from southern species also is moving into the Arctic water. This is also a major challenge. Increase in the frequency of contagious disease are being observed in Arctic marine species because of the invasive species moving from southwards. So the loss of food resources in Arctic marine environment due to climate change. Due to sea ice feeding areas reduction, there is ivory gull population decline. So this is a major change that is happening to the marine biodiversity. The reduced ice cover has also led to increased polar bear predation on ground nesting, common eiders and cliff nesting mutes, potentially leading to local population decline. And also black guillemots in Alaska feed at the ice edge and have been forced to travel greater distance to foraging areas as sea ice retreats, leading to lower breeding success. Similarly, Barnett Sea harp seals have reduced body conditions associated with reduced food availability as their travel time to the ice edge to feed is becoming longer. Similarly, some indigenous communities have noted a change in walrus stomach contents with more open water fishes and less clams, indicating that the distribution and availability of benthic resource species are changing in some areas. So here is a report which talks about the change in apex predators. This table talks about 2 factors. One is the increase in the surface temperature. The other one is change in the population. So these are all the 2 factors that are given in this particular chart. So let us look at the different apex predators. The first one is the marine mammals, which include bowhead whale, common mink, polar bear, bearded seal, etc. The seabirds are crested auklet, common eider, king eider, etc. And Eosmobranchi include salmon shark, Greenland shark, etc. So these are all the various apex predators. The complete list is given here. So there is a change in their population because of the change in the temperature. The bigger dot increases, there is a change in the temperature. If the temperature is more than 1 degree, so that is given as the biggest dot, and if it is in the ash color, the temperature is reduced with respect to the 30-year mean. The analysis was carried out from 1980 to 2010. So these are all the things. Say for example, in 2000, bay fruit had a temperature difference of -1 to -0.5. That means there is a decrease in the average temperature. Whereas in the case of Davis Bay Baffin or Hudson complex, there is a very small increase, that is 0 to 0.5 degrees temperature difference in 2000 with respect to 30-year average. If you see 2009, 10 or 12, there is a big spot, black spot. So that means the temperature is more than 1 degree increase in Davis Baffin area. Or in fact, Kara Leptov Sea, if you look at 2011, 12 and then in 2015, there is a huge temperature increase that is more than 1 degree with respect to the mean of 30 years. Similarly, when we look at the predators amount, the blue color means there is a decrease in the population. The brown color means there is an increase in the population. So that is what we can see in the case of many of the predators. in the recent years, there is a increase in the apex predators. But in the earlier time, Arctic basin, if you look at very carefully, all the areas there is a decrease in the population. So this is what is actually seen. Similarly, when we look at mesopredators, ray-finned fish, there are various types are given here. Crustaceans are also there, crabs, different types of crabs are here. So these are all the mesopredators. Even if we know the temperature difference that we have already seen, the surface temperature had increased, but the amount of mesopredators had actually decreased in various places. So only in the Pacific Arctic region there is an increase, but the rest of the places there is not much difference, or the population increase is much smaller. When we look at all the species, the entire Arctic region is the only place where there is a small difference in their population. If we individually look at Davis-Baffin Island or Pacific Arctic region, because of the temperature increase, the predators amount are also increasing. So this actually disturbs the entire food chain.